Let's get to Carmelo Anthony before we close out the show, man. Had his debut. I looked. I didn't get the chance to see the game. I was looking through. I saw that the Trailblazers were minus 20 while he was on the floor. I was surprised to see that he did get the start. I thought he would at least come off the bench. But what are your thoughts on it, Carmelo?
I guess they wanted to throw him into the fire, especially since Dame Lillard wasn't playing. They were just like, all right. So he came out. He hit his first couple shots. He looked good. But defensively, he's never been good there, and I think the best spot for Carmelo is gonna be coming off the bench, playing 12 to 15 minutes a game and trying to get you 10 to 12 points on your B team.
Yeah.
So that because they have no bench scoring. But it seems like they're kind of hoping to just keep him in the starting lineup, and I don't know if Carmelo, that was the reason he signed there, is because he kind of got a wink promise from them that, hey, listen. When I saw that he
started at the 4, I think that is the first thing I thought was wink. We're going to let you start.
Well, listen, man. Listen, Derrick Rose has had the best story of a guy that can. Derrick Rose an MVP in 2011. Led the league in scoring a few years. Is a 10-time All-Star. Derrick Rose has come off the bench the last 4 years, and plays really, really well, and is a good teammate and a good team player, and knows his role. And I think some of these guys that, if they kind of took that kind of mindset, they would prolong their careers. Because Derrick Rose has never been out of the league. He's never had to try to get back in. He's played his role. No, he was coming off injured. No, he's not the same player from 2011. But he's still a 15 to 18 point a night scorer.
Yeah.
Last year he had a 55-point game. And played really well for a Minnesota Timberwolves team. And this year he's on the Pistons and has started off really well this year. And I just think if guys kind of look at that kind of formula as something to...
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean,
but it's hard for them to do that when you're a Hall of Famer or you're a score-first kind of guy, an Allen Iverson, a Carmelo. It's really hard for them to just be like, all right, I'm not the guy anymore.
What I would be most concerned with is if I were Carmelo or any of these guys in these things, this is just my personality, and I know it's ego. I get that, and I just never been that kind of person. But my concern would be, how many minutes am I getting? Because there's no reason that you can't come off the bench and still be one of the top 5 guys in terms of minutes played. It's I know that's not what you're saying about Carmelo. You're playing your 15 minutes, 20 minutes a game or whatever, but there's no reason that you can't be a 30-minute off the bench guy, and that's a lot of minutes. There are starters that don't get that. Would you rather be a starter and get 24 minutes, or be off the bench and play 36? I would rather have the latter. So I don't see it that way. I don't understand why everybody is so worried about starting. Other than it's ego. I guess I'm just not an ego and start-driven person. I'm more about what's the meat and potatoes. If somebody's outplaying me, then I'm okay with it. If I'm outplaying them, then I want the minutes, and that's when I have the problem. But everybody else seems to think that having your name called with the lights down in the NBA, that is what matters, and I just disagree with that. And Iguodala bought in famously with the Golden State Warriors, and I think that Ron Harper back with the Bulls way back when in the 90s. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand how it's not obvious, honestly. So it's just hard for me to. I understand that there's a difference of opinion. It's hard for me to fathom and understand, really.
Yeah, it was good that he was able to get some points down, and he was kind of one of their focal, points of offense last night, which I was like, all right, but he took a lot of shots to get those 10 points. And but that's Carmelo. He's going to shoot, and that's going to be how it goes. So,
yep. Yep. Well, we'll definitely monitor as we go forward into the season. But I think for tonight we can probably call it. I have a margarita or two with my name on it, so I think we're just going to go ahead and call it there. Like a very professional sports broadcast, like we are, Sam. I have to end this episode now to drink more alcohol. So I think we'll do it there. Sam, as always, thanks for joining us on this thing. When are you going to get video capable there? Is this January? Is that the January initiative?
You said let's shoot for January.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do January. I'll try to come into town at some point, although December, I can tell you, is completely maxed out. We'll figure it out, man. But we'll get video, we'll get some segments, and we'll get you on Underdog TV.